So hello everybody. Right, bear with me one wee second here. I'm just getting a couple of little things finished off here. So what we're actually doing is we're showing everybody the settlement workbench anywhere. Okay, now you build the grenades at the chemistry station. Okay, in your inventory you will find them here. So you have the workbench standard, you have brotherhood, or you have a buildable floor for starters. Okay, now I have gone with the brotherhood flag. This one is actually going to be part of my brotherhood build. Now I was actually trying to think of somewhere where I could have a training base, and then thought to myself, this place, because it's actually already got the starting of a training ground here, and it is a training ground. Why not use it? Now, as you can see, the outside looks a hell of a lot cleaner. Now, how we're actually doing this is we are actually using USO, and we are using well, scrap that commonwealth, sorry, should I say, and we are using scrap that settlement. The thing is, with scrap that settlement, you can't actually lift all that much, and there is actually a reason behind it. Bethesda, whenever they're actually making the game, have to lock a lot of stuff into place, so there's layers upon layers upon layers of stuff. With scrap that settlement, you can't always get at all of those layers. With scrap that commonwealth, you can get those layers. So the likes of, you can see that little flame there, it disappears. It's because it's a layer that has been set into the game by the game makers. Now, I haven't got everything cleared up. I have left some area where we will be actually clearing up so you can see, but as you can see, you can basically wipe out everything here, but except for this one little pile that just won't go away for me. No matter how hard I try to scrap it, it just keeps staying there. And we will be fixing up this building again. Okay, I thought it was best because we do actually have a helipad for the vertibirds to come down on. So what you do is you throw out your grenade, and either a workbench or it'll appear, or the bit of ground will appear, or for me it's the flag. Okay, you can put, basically there are tops. Seriously, was that you or was it the Brahmin? You can literally, you know, you can drop them down anywhere. I thought this was the perfect idea. Rebuild the place. I mean, we've got the settlement across that can produce us all the food, and here, literally, as you can see, we have scrapped the living daylights. Oh, we missed the body. Now, in some areas, we are too far off for the workshop. If that is the case, I will be throwing down another grenade. I have no problem throwing us down another grenade so we can see what all we're up to here. So this is going to be base number 3 out of all of my bases. It's Minutemen Brotherhood, and basically people need trained is the whole thought behind it. And as you can see, I have cleared up all of the cars that were around it. I cleared up the bus, everything that could be cleared up got cleared up. You can see there is a flag there in the hallway. I will show you why, and I will explain to you why as we run through. So we head into the main recruitment office. Now, most of my fun is going to be trying to glitch everything into place. That is going to be the joy of it, is trying to glitch the floors in and everything else. But as you can see, she's spotless. Now we can actually walk through the place, and here you can see yourself, she is a lot cleaner. You know, upstairs it is exactly the same. There is more stuff will be getting deleted out of it and all the rest of it, because, you know, we are going to need to try and sort of put floors down. But as you can see there where there's the break in the floor, so this part of the floor hopefully should come away, and I should be able to get the other floors to glitch into it. Can't guarantee, but hopefully that should work for me. And yeah, she's going to need a new door and everything in. So it's going to be fun trying to fix her back up again. It is going to be fiddly and it is going to take me forever, but we will get round to it. But as you see, everything is cleared out. Well, most of it. This room I didn't really go for clearing out everything because it's got a roof, it doesn't need it. So now every time you close a door and you go into a new room like we're doing here, this part here, you need to put up another workbench. Okay, so that's why we have the workbench that is basically flying out in the corner here. You go over here to the corner and you can see the workbench. That's why it was so we could actually get this hallway cleared up. Okay, so every time you go through one of these doors and it's loading in a brand new area, you're going to have to put a brand new workbench in for yourself. Now, as you can see down here, she is a mess. We've left this bit to clear up so you can actually see what I'm talking about with the different layers. Up here, as you can see, she is completely and utterly spotless. We've been going around clearing it all up already. So downstairs is where we're heading for, and I will let you see what it is that I'm talking about and what the game makers have done. Now, my best advice to you is save constantly. You really want to save constantly, because when you're using Commonwealth, it is very, very, very easy for you to unfortunately manage to scrap a bit of the ground that you're actually standing on. And I did actually do that earlier in the kitchen, and I fell through a hole in the floor. I actually fell through a hole in the game and managed to actually basically just constantly cycle falling through the game. I actually managed to fall through the game because now you see here, where was it? Right, so as you see, there's nothing lit up at the moment. Okay, now it says scrap movable static. Now I would say to you to be careful, because sometimes that can be, it's lighting up the area above you and everything else. So check all around you before you do this. But if you do that, you'll actually see it was some of the light, and then you'll see everything. There are times whenever you'll try to scrap and you can't actually get at the stuff that you're trying to scrap. See, like that, you see the triangle that appeared there, and it basically, what it's doing is, you see this little sort of orange glow at the bottom of that wall, it's gone. That's basically what it is. It's, if you've ever used Photoshop, or you have any understanding of the layers of photographs and things like that, this is basically what it is. They're having to layer stuff on top of stuff, and that's basically where it's coming from. So it's basically different layers being clipped into place. I can understand it because I've used Photoshop. So basically, many years ago, I used to do profile pictures for a lot of my friends whenever we all used to play another game that was very popular across Facebook. And in doing so, basically, you would have taken maybe 15 different pictures, lighting effects, the effects of the words together and all, bubbling the words out, or if you were trying to put metallics on top of the words and everything else, you would have, in all, you would have probably had about 30 or 40 pieces to one photograph, or to one picture, to make that picture sort of, you know, what it was that you were after. And that's basically, whenever they're making the game, they have to use all these different pieces. So if you come across an area where you're scrapping with this, and it does actually, like, you can't get anything to light up for you like that, okay, and it's telling you to scrap something, store something, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but there's nothing lighting up in front of me. Go like that, and you'll actually notice either the light will dim or a stain will disappear. And sometimes with scrap scrap the commonwealth, it will actually light up and it will say to you that it is a stain. Now my advice to you is basically keep your light off, okay? As you can see there, right, there's nothing there but there, and there you are, the stain's gone missing. And that's basically what it is. Like the holes in the walls all have to be layered in and everything else, and that is basically what you're actually deleting. Not all of the holes in the walls, unfortunately. I wish. That one will just basically take out the entire wall on me. So yeah, my life would be so much easier if I could just remove the holes from the walls. As I say, do be careful, because you see there where the entire area is lighting up. Do it slowly. If you see it coming up like that and you can actually see the entire square below you is lit up, do not touch it, because you're about to break the game and fall through the floor constantly. Okay, that's my best advice to you, is that one. It is very, very, very time consuming, but if you're doing the build anywhere, you might go for it. It's worth spending that extra little bit of time getting everything cleared up for yourself and getting your sort of settlement the way you want that. I mean, this is supposed to be a military brotherhood Minutemen training base. You know, they are actually, you know, they're not basically gonna have the place stinking. They are actually going to have cleaned the place up, you know, let's be honest. So I think it would be best if we sort of clean the place up with them. I did this, this is what earlier where I was actually scrapping out and managed to actually drop myself through the floor. So I'm being a wee bit careful here, as you can guess. The last thing I want to do is fall through the floor. I mean, with Scrap That Commonwealth, you can actually, as you see, you were just able to clear the table up, so it's a nice clean table you've got for yourself. With Scrap the Commonwealth up, over at Starlight, where you actually have that big massive water sitting in the middle of the place, you can actually remove it. So you can actually take the water out of the middle of settlements or areas if you so choose. So, although it's not letting me take up that little bit of water, but hey. Okay. There's not really much point to a television. and then just take away anything that you think is of no consequence anymore, you know. Like the posters on the walls, broken toilets, you know. You seriously think about it, the soldiers aren't going to be, or the people that we're going to have here aren't going to be all that interested in most of that stuff. So, and as I say, it is very very handy. I mean, you can get rid of all that stuff, like those little layers. So even if you're just wanting to use it whenever you go over to Starlight to clear up the worktops in Starlight, you know what I mean? There you are, one clean kitchen. So, and now we can actually walk. We can come in through the we can come in through the door, and we've actually got the hallways opened up to us again. So, well, most of them. We just got this one to go. Alright, hold on. I am actually going to save because we've actually managed to clear quite a lot of the area. And as I say, so yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. It really is. It's just I click so fast. There's a 99.9% chance I will actually manage to delete something, and then I'm going to have to try all over again, and it'll drive me insane. So got little boxes. There we are. There's another room cleared. We've actually found the floor of the bedrooms. It really does take like forever. It's so worth it, but to be able to actually fix things and put the place together properly, I personally think it is so worth it. They seriously put the major amount of work into the amount of rubbish they put in the game. I've never come across so much rubbish in one game in my life. Hey Zone, I'm not bad, how's yourself? Let's get this stuff off the walls. Take out the last of this junk. Fortnite? No. I'll be going onto the Play Store later and taking a little look around. I got myself Resident Evil Revelations 2 free on the PlayStation 4. I'm going to be giving that a try as well. Seriously, somebody needs to teach these boys how to clean. How is the family doing? That's good. Can't believe I had to actually take the drain out so I could get the rubbish out. Oh, love it, it's a pain. So there we are, everybody. So that is basically the scrap that commonwealth and the USO mod for basically the workbench anywhere. As I've said to you, I mean literally this will become the next Brotherhood base, well, Brotherhood Minutemen base. This is going to be the training centre where we're going to basically have everybody come through that basically needs trained and needs a little bit of help. Now I will actually let you see how this actually works. I'm going to go into the one and only place that we haven't actually got cleared up yet, which is Popsicles move up over here. So oh yeah, it's good to hear. So if you go like that, now you're going to want it somewhere where it's not going to get in the way, although you can move it. You can move it out of the way if it gets in your way. So here we are. My goodness knows how much stuff I've actually got in these workbenches at the moment, like. So, and that's literally how easy it is to use these workbenches. So if you find an area of the Commonwealth or any of the DLC areas that, you know, in Nuka or Far Harbour that you think could do with another settlement, and you want to bang it down, well, there's your there's your way to do it. I love the way the lights are still showing through here. To take out the laser trip wire to get rid of the lights. Right, okay, that's one beam down. Where's the other? There's one behind me, I can tell that. There's one in front of me. There. I was actually, believe it or not, I was actually half tempted to take over the Galleria, but I decided against it because I did actually give it a try, but you can't actually get the robots to do anything for you. So the robots would actually just be floating around there, and I thought that was a little bit of a waste because I actually wanted the robots to like take care of security or to serve people, or you know what they were actually supposed to be doing in the first place, but it wouldn't work, so I just gave up on it. I've never seen so much mess in any military place in my life. Oh, it's not going to light. Let me write out something else. Yeah, I see that coming. That was a pain. So there we are, everybody. Oops, missed a tiny bit. So there we are. So that is those little mods shown to you. I hope I hope I've given you a little bit of help with things. No problem. Zone shall catch you later. I'm gonna head off myself now. So I hope I've given you a little bit of help and a little bit of advice. As I say, if you come across an area and you can't get the things lifted off the ground, the reason being, and it's coming up saying store or scrap, but yet the floor hasn't lit up the way this is lit up, then the reason is that there is actually a layer locking it down, and you need to delete that layer. It could be a light layer, it could be a stain layer, it could be anything under the sun. Just delete that layer and it will literally open up the entire area for you, and you will be able to clear everything out. Well, the area around it, and you will be able to clear everything out. As you've seen, I was deleting and there was like nothing there, and that's just basically because it was layers that was taken out. So me and Tops here are gonna go off, and well, we're gonna take care of any more rubbish we can find, and then we're going to go and steal some supplies from some of the settlements and drop them over here, so we can start building up security and walls and all those mad things that, you know, I'm generally about to get round to. So I shall say later to everybody. Stay safe, have fun, and this is Sentinel out, and I'll catch you on the flip side.